oh, why don't you just go manifest it? And I'm like, you're right. I will go manifest it.
Do we
Fellas.
really like them? Do we really like them? Underneath everything, do we really like them?
I hate that I love them. Some of them.
Throw you out.
Well, I have a son, so I have a different perspective.
Oh.
And it wasn't until I had my son that I realized, oh, wow, they're born like this. And I learned to speak their language and have more understanding and have more discernment as I move through the dating world. But do I really like them? Yes, I do. I do like them. It's just a challenge to understand them and for them to understand us.
Do they even make sense though? Like
What are you going through? Hello, everybody.
Howdy.
Welcome back to episode 7.
8?
7. I know you said 7. You said it wrong on the phone today. It's 7.
I mean 7? Okay.
It's 7.
Well, welcome.
Okay. To Giggles and Growth, where we're here to
Giggle
and grow.
Sorry.
And we have, beautiful. We have Iris back in the studio with us today.
Hello.
It was just so much fun, and it was such a great episode.
She is just such a light.
If you missed it, you really need to go back and get it together and watch it and listen to it, and then come back to this one. But yeah, we have Iris back in here today. We have a couple things we will be discussing.
A few.
Yeah. And what is that, Aria? I mixed your guys' names.
Ira. I don't mind being
Aroosha.
put together with her. There's just the whole things we're going to touch on. We're kind of going to flow with it today and have some fun.
Yeah.
Let's start with the last week.
Yeah.
How was our weekend? How was your weekend?
Oh my gosh. I had a good weekend. Saturday was mellow. I went to one of my friends' birthday dinners, and then I was with Iris all day yesterday.
What a treat.
And Ciara, our other friend. Yeah, it was a treat. It's always a treat. I look forward to it every time.
You said you couldn't sleep?
Oh my God. So every time we hang out, I am so like fired up and I'm so charged up and my brain is just like, there's just so many things. And like, I'm just like, yeah, I can't sleep. I could not sleep last night at all. I was up all night. Just,
We activate each other.
Yeah,
That's
we
what we
do.
do. We go through the healing and then we're just like, get it.
That's so beautiful. Yeah, when you're moving that energy, either you're super sleepy or you're super wired.
Oh my God, I was wired. So I didn't sleep at all. But anyway, it's a good wired, you know. And I'm like, I'm excited for the week and all the things. And
Just beautiful.
yeah,
Just
so that was my
beautiful.
weekend. How was
And
yours?
it wasn't even sunny. And you still
my
had a
God,
good
we
time.
manifested the sun.
The sun
you
came
guys
out.
did?
Yes.
Yeah, so it was, I mean, Saturday was gloomy and cloudy and it was raining all day. And I even texted Iris and I was like, oh, I don't know. It's rainy, but like I still want to hang out, so we're not canceling. But I was like, or we could just manifest the sun. And then there she is like, yeah, it'll be a great sunny day or something. And I'm like, okay. And then it was gloomy all morning, but by the time like I make it to the beach, the sun is suddenly just starting to like peak.
Yeah.
And then when we were laying there, it was right above us. Like not on the side, nothing, right above us as we're laying there.
That's so beautiful.
Yes, we were able
Sun
to get some
coats.
color.
I know.
Yeah, you guys did get some color. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that. The sun wasn't anywhere else, by the way.
Yeah, no.
was nowhere else
Once
in
we were
mind.
done and I drove off, I was like, wow, it's just
And it's
cloudy
starting to
again.
rain.
Where'd the sun go?
Yeah, literally. Once I got in the car and drove to my area, it was gloomy again. So people call me crazy, but this stuff is real.
I don't think anyone calls you crazy.
Oh my God, all the time. Are you kidding me? People
Really?
make fun of me, especially men.
Well,
I mean,
we don't expect very much from them.
no, but it's like I just take it as a joke. There's a couple. There isn't just one. But they'll do it as a joke. Like if I say something and they'll be like, oh, why don't you just go manifest it? And I'm like, you're right. I will. I will go manifest it.
As you should.
Yeah, but they're doing it as a very like
Yeah.
joke, laughing at me way, and I'm like,
Just wait.
thank you. I will. Yeah.
Well, I'm really glad you brought up men
Yeah.
because I wanted to touch on that.
What would you like to discuss about these?
Do we really
fellas?
like them? Do we really like them? Underneath everything, do we really like them?
I hate that I love them.
I like them until they start speaking. And then I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. Some
I
of
gotta
them.
throw you out.
Well, I have a son, so I have a different perspective.
Oh.
And it wasn't until I had my son that I realized, oh, wow, they're born like this. And I learned to speak their language and have more understanding and have more discernment as I move through the dating world. But do I really like them? Yes, I do. I do like them. It's just a challenge to understand them and for them to understand us.
Do they even make sense though? Like my
What are you going through?
a lot. Maybe I'm not the right person for this segment, actually.
Let's hear it, Aria.
I don't know.
What's going
man.
on?
We all have our own experiences.
I just feel like if you're talking to a man about your feelings and the first thing that they do is deflect, then that man is not a man.
Well, yeah, they're not all grown.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just, you got to find the ones who were raised really well, which I'm sure your son is.
Oh my God.
I mean,
He has such a great mom.
he's some days he says things that makes me go, okay, that's good. And then other days I do have to sit with him and explain things to him because sometimes he will say things that are influenced by the internet or podcasts. And I have to, kind of give him a little reality check. So that's what I mean when I say they're, I do like them, but sometimes I see that there are some things that are inherent in them.
And I don't want to sound like I'm anti-men because you guys know, I've been boy crazy since I was young. But it's just like sometimes, find the ones that bring out the best in you and make you feel comfortable and allow you to be in your feminine energy just, take the edge off.
Yeah.
They don't add to the edge. Well, I could have made a really dirty joke there, actually.
I don't even get the dirty joke you could have made.
I didn't think you could.
Yeah. I didn't think you were capable.
Take the
No,
edge
it's
off.
just it's a little wild. But
Okay.
yeah, so anyways, let's talk about our icks.
Ooh, icks.
Icks.
It feels like you already have something on mine, so why don't you get us started?
Let me think.
She's not anti-men, though.
I'm not anti-men.
I have an ick.
Ooh, please
You do?
share.
I do not like it when men behave in any way feminine around me. When they ask me to do things like bring something to the date or to pay for something on a date. Anything that makes me have to be in my masculine because they're in their feminine is an immediate I cannot. And it flusters me and it just makes me like have to come up with a way to continue to like them because I really want to physically, I want to run away.
That is so real. That feeling, trying to come up with a way to continually like them. That.
Because if that
that's
just
so
sends
true.
me spiraling in
Yeah.
a different direction, I'm already like, can I walk out of this date? Because I am just so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it hasn't happened very often. It's only happened maybe like once or twice.
Yeah, same. It's only, or at least on like a first or initial
Yeah.
dating stage. It's only happened like once or twice for me where I was like, get me out of here.
Yes. Yes.
That's why the first dates, you remember, you were like, okay, we can do dinner, and then you're like, let's start meeting for a drink.
walk.
Let's walk.
Get my steps in.
But yeah, no, definitely when they put you in your masculine energy.
Ugh.
when they one that I keep talking about on TikTok.
What?
When you will see the finest, most gorgeous men ever going live on TikTok. You will see them. And they're not well known. No one knows them. There's like less than 10 people watching. But they're trying, and I respect the hustle. Do what you got to do. But nothing gives me the ick more than I'm not going to rate a guy, but like a 10 out of 10. Like on TikTok live, just sitting there and random women who are much older than them usually just like commenting and paying money for them to answer their questions. Like, like, what do you like to do in your free time? And he's like this young, stunning, gorgeous guy. I don't know. Like some of them, at least some of them talk to them. The other ones just sit there and do absolutely nothing. But anyways, this is very feminine of them to do. They want to take over. This. They want to take over all of the things that we do. And then they say, well, this is probably controversial. And I don't have an OnlyFans, but they get mad at women for being in their bag with their OnlyFans, which, you know, I don't have one. I don't want one. But, and if you do have one, good for you. But they just, you know what? Maybe I'm PMSing. I can't stand them right now. Even their breathing pisses me off. I don't know.
Wow. Remember we were saying, like, imagine, like, he asks you, like, he's your boyfriend and he asks you to film him.
Oh my God. Like, hey, babe, can you actually film this? Like, I will throw up.
Get a better angle.
No.
Or when the ones where they're taking a video of themselves waking up for the day. And doing
Oh my God. And then they're like
thing.
making their hair and brushing their teeth in the mirror. Leave something for the women.
Leave something for us.
Okay, so what kind of TikToks should guys make? I mean, I say should because, you know.
You know what? I don't want to be
They shouldn't have TikTok.
Right?
Yeah. They don't need social media.
I feel like it's
What the hell do they need social media for?
And I'm not
they
trying
need to be out on the streets working.
And listen, I understand that men need to, you know, be in touch with their feminine energies so that they can be receptive to ours. And you know what? I think men who have
They
who
can
are more
cook.
in touch with it, amazing. That's awesome. I'm not trying to be sexist. I'm just saying the D-bag men are just not it. And for some reason, they're all over TikTok when they should be out learning a trade. Bringing something to the table.
Somebody's gonna come for you.
I know, which is okay. Whatever. But yeah, bring something to the table.
Yeah. No.
You
Or
know?
build a table.
Build
Bring
a
the table.
Bring the
Bring
table.
a fucking table. Yeah. Bitch.
I'll bring some flowers to the table.
No, they bring the flowers too.
Oh, that's true.
You bring yourself and your beautiful energy to the table.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
What's your ick?
Oh my God. Well, I do have to say, like, not necessarily the TikTok live, but like if I see, like, for example, in the gym, like if I see a good looking guy and then he pulls out a tripod to like record his whatever he's doing, I'm like, you were cuter 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I can't do that. The tripod?
I know. It's
What is-
not. It's
what are you
just not
doing
a.
with
I'm
that
like,
thing in
just
your
work.
pocket?
So that's one. I have many.
Yeah.
I thought of a random one, but I feel bad for saying.
Wait, can you say it?
I want to know.
It's
Cover
like
your
the
mic.
smallest little thing. I don't know
It's
why.
totally
but,
fine.
I like men like clean cut. Okay, like this is my friends know this about me. I like them. I don't like rugged. So,
Don't look at me.
so I don't know. I always notice this. So you know, like how men like they get their haircuts, but then if it's been a while, all this hair starts to grow on the neck. I feel so bad. When I see that, I'm like, disgusting. Like, shave. Clean it up.
They can't see back there.
can't.
Most of
Well,
my
then get a
boyfriends-
haircut.
I know. I hear you.
Stop wasting your money on whatever you're wasting it on and go get a haircut.
A lot
Or
of
have
times.
someone do it. But I just think too many men just let that.
It's
I
pretty
mean, we
I
spend
feel
time.
bad for this.
We spend time in front of the mirror with 2 mirrors.
Yeah.
we do
We
that.
make it work.
Yeah, we find ways to like.
Yeah.
But they can't. Yeah, they should be going. But you know, a lot of the
Or
times,
find
as,
somebody. Find a friend.
as
find
a
roommate.
girlfriend, I've had to shave and line them up
I mean, yeah, I've had to do that too. But
Yeah. My final ick before I ask you, Iris.
She
What are
already
a
said
few
hers.
of yours? Again?
I mean, I can say more.
Yeah.
Thank you. I knew you had something in that
Yes.
noggin. But
Something.
when a white guy is wearing a really thick gold chain.
Oh my God, Aria.
And that shit
We
is
discussed this the other
clearly
day.
fake.
I don't know if it's fake. I just think on
It's
white
so
skin,
fake.
gold doesn't always look
If
like...
it's dainty and gold, it looks so good. But it cannot be.
I think on white skin, usually silver looks better than gold.
But a lot of the times I feel like, yeah, that's true.
Usually white boys will wear silver.
And guys who don't hit legs. That will piss me right off.
Your legs cannot be skinnier than mine.
No,
And I got
no.
some thick ones.
Okay, I have mine. The next
Okay.
one.
Please share.
Men who want to be mothered and are open about it.
Oh, I actually, yeah. No, there was a Hinge guy a while ago, and he was all about traditional roles. And I showed him to you. And he was just like, oh, yeah, do you like to cook often? Because I was cooking at the time. I was like, yeah, I love to cook. I just hate to clean the dishes.
Yeah.
And he was like, did I tell you I like to eat? Like, did I mention I just like to eat? Like, you don't.
Wanna
Usually every
clean-
guy I've
yeah.
said that to is like, oh, I'll wash the dishes and
Yeah.
we can do something cute. But this guy
Yeah,
said
but that
that.
guy was so weird.
I ghosted him.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so ugly.
Okay, so I'm wondering now, what are the things that make you feel like, ooh, I like
It's a
this?
good question.
And they don't realize it. It's just like the little things that they do that makes you go, ooh.
You know, like when we're at dinner or something, I like when like we discuss through the menu and then they order for me.
Ooh, nice.
I like that. And then like fill up my water, serve me the food. Let me sit here like the queen that I am.
That's how it should be.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Or when you come to them with a problem and they say, don't worry, I'll handle it.
Yeah, I haven't had that yet.
That's a good
Don't
one.
worry, I'll handle it. Or like, they just give you the support that like, you know, you really, really, really desire. It's so special. And when they're gentlemen's.
Yes.
Just
Men's.
gentlemanly. And I love when they put their hand on my neck as we're walking or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
The little things. What about you?
I think for me, I really like when men have some kind of emotional problem and they talk to you about it, but they don't expect you to fix it. They're just like, this is what's going on with me, so I'm going to go work out and just try to get rid of this feeling. But they don't take it out on you and then later on say something like, well, you knew I was in a bad mood, blah, 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 blah. But they just like always take care of it on their own.
So emotional.
And it's just
Emotional
not ever
maturity.
your problem.
Yeah.
That emotional maturity,
that.
yeah, that's so good.
It exists.
maturity.
It's not in everybody, but it definitely does exist.
Nothing gets me going more than an emotionally mature man.
Ooh, I
With
have
large
another
hands.
one. You just made me think of something. So, you know, we're very emotional as women, emotional creatures. Like our emotions vary depending on things like that are happening to us. And I think, you know, I haven't had like a full on crash out since I was like 19, but I still sometimes go through some things and my emotions are really high. And I think when you have that little like crash out moment or high emotions and they're not phased,
Oh. Yeah.
when they're just like, okay, are you done?
Yeah. Like
And
they're
then
not they know how to handle your emotions, basically.
And they are like relaxed and like more focused on how to manage a situation than they're like how they're being affected by
Yeah.
your emotions. That's a
real.
good
Because
one.
that's emotional maturity. They know how to handle theirs and they know how to handle yours.
Yeah.
And this is why we need to raise boys with an idea of how to handle big emotions. Because if they don't, and they're taught to just keep everything stuffed down and not cry and not feel their feelings, they're just going to turn into like chaotic partners that cannot handle our
because
emotions.
they don't know how to. They were never taught. Like, if they got angry as a child, like, you know, something got taken, they got sad. It's like, no, boys don't cry, don't cry. We've kind of talked about this before, but like, I feel like they're shunned for that so quickly that when they grow up, if they're feeling sad, they don't know what to do.
Right.
They don't know how to express.
And a
that
lot of them
emotion.
become avoidance. They don't want to deal with anything.
Yeah.
You want to have a conversation with them, and they avoid.
Yeah.
Can't stand them.
Yeah.
Oh,
So do we like them? What's the verdict?
Sometimes.
Look. Yeah, I think there's good ones and there's, you know, ones that need a lot of work, but that's also true for women. Let's not pretend like it's not, for sure.
Yeah, we're not
is.
perfect. We're trying.
Yeah. I mean, we're pretty close, but, you know.
Especially Iris.
Yeah. Oh, my God. We've already been over this.
I know.
Seriously.
I have
Maybe
my
we'll bounce
last
off
ick.
of that. Okay. You said that about the last one.
I have many. And this one is when they act like they're the prize.
Oh.
I feel like this all falls under one category of men not being masculine.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's really what the ick is.
Or when they are like, sorry, when they're competing with you, like they're not happy for you. They like almost want to be you. And a lot of those times I think those guys are down low.
Oh my God.
Which is okay. We're not, you know, I'm not judging. We're all a little gay. But
Oh my God.
I don't know. Now that I think about it, I mean, I'm all over a weird side of TikTok right now, which is like all about guys. 90% of guys.
I don't know about 90%.
The gay guys out there know. And they have made it very clear on social media that most men are down low.
I don't know about that.
Well, aren't we all born female? Or aren't we all female
What?
first? And
Are
then,
we?
yeah, I think
What?
so.
Oh, because the Y chromosome and then the X comes? Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Gender is so fluid these days, and I think it should be. And if guys are, they are. And I think at the end of the day, let's just all be honest about what we're doing and who we're doing so we don't hurt anyone.
What's going on in your life?
Honestly, it's a mix between TikTok. I've forced myself to be obsessed with TikTok so that I can learn how it works and how to eventually monetize on it. Because I never liked it before. I was always on Instagram, but Instagram is such a waste of time now that I'm on TikTok. But yeah, you just learn a lot. And you get into some really weird and dark rabbit holes. But informative. And for an Aquarius like me, weird is my thing. It's fascinating. But yeah.
Okay.
So those are the icks, and I'll try to keep the rest to myself.
Thank you
Yeah,
for sharing with the class.
of course.
Yeah, I can't think of. I mean, I'm sure I have so many more.
Okay. What are your guys' ideas on the word cringe?
Cringe. I don't know.
For
Like
me, cringe is like a lack of self-awareness. When they speak more based on their own projection than what the other person may or may not be experiencing, and they just let out whatever's on their mind, and it's just like, oof.
Yeah. No, that's a really good example. That's
Like, for example, giving advice when someone is talking about their problems, and then they try to solve their problem by just telling them what to do, and it's like that's not what they're looking for, or you don't know if that's what they're looking for. That kind of makes me go, ugh, cringe.
that's hard.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I feel like I've done that a lot because I just want to help.
Yes.
And I just want to rid them of their pain. But sometimes, you
That's
can't
not
always.
the way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think we all have different things that are cringy to
Yeah.
each one of us. But
We have
yeah,
a cringe
it's
meter.
just-
It's a spectrum.
yeah, I think for me, like, just, yeah, like if I see a guy with a tripod, that's cringy to me.
Yeah. That's real. That's real. I feel like I've been doing a lot of research on this. Well, not a lot, really. It's taking an hour. But I feel like I saw something on TikTok and it said cringe is just discernment. Like, it's kind of like that warning, like, oh, this person, I can't get too close to this person because they're a little off in this way, or they're not as self-aware, and, or they're very self-sabotaging, or, and also there's other times where people try new things, and other people will say, "Oh, that's so cringe of them." Like, you know, when they're following their path and they're following their highest good, it's not always going to be accepted by the public. You know, it's good and bad, duality to everything in life. But when you know within yourself that this is like something that is very meaningful and this is your path, all the other noise just fades away. But some people think cringe is so negative, but I think it's almost like freedom in a way, if used positively. Like I said, it's a spectrum.
Yeah, that does make sense, because as you're transitioning into a new interest, for example, if you're picking up a new hobby, a new sport, you're not going to be perfect, and there's going to be some cringy moments, and then people are going to judge you and go, "Oh, you're not very good at that."
Exactly. And people want to keep you in this box of normalcy, and it's like, you don't have to fit in these people's boxes. As long as you're in your box, and you're gonna be fine. And I feel like that is freedom in itself.
Yeah.
Because when you let go, you let God.
Yeah.
Don't copy me.
Did I?
I always say that. That's the tattoo I wanted.
You and every other person in the world.
Who?
Vinny is the first
fuck
person that
is
comes
Vinny?
to mind. Vinny from what's his name? From Jersey Shore.
Doesn't exist.
He has it right here on his chest.
Oh, really? Oh,
They made fun of
I
him.
wouldn't do
Yeah.
that. I would get a teeny tiny one here.
That's cute. That's cute. But yeah.
But you know, speaking of boxes, I'm changing the topic, but this has been on my mind.
Sure.
So Ciara texted me, our friend Ciara texted me the other day, and she was like listening to some gangster rap, and she's like, I don't know why, but this makes me think of you. But you're like a gangster during the week on the streets, and then you're like an angel on the weekend. And
cute.
one of my clients was telling me, she was like talking to her friends, and she was talking about how she's like, yeah, she comes in, she's so mean, she's dressed in all black, and she's just a bitch. Like, she says it straight to my face, and then she's like, yeah, and then they're like, oh, what does she look like? She goes on my story, and it was the story of me in the white dress with the sound bowl.
I hope it cuts to that photo right here. You got to cut to that photo.
It could, yeah. And she's like, and then I show them, and I was like, and then she goes on Instagram and looks like an angel. And I was like, I love that, because I'm not one thing. I don't fit in this one box of like strict fitness trainer. I can be spiritual, and I can be all those things, and then I can also be mean, and I can be like really hardcore in the gym, and I love that, and I want to show up as that, like all the like the fullest expression of me, which can be so many different things. Like, I love that I'm finally in a place in life where I don't feel the need to fit in this one box. Like in the past, I would have been like, I'm a trainer. I can't post this. I can't do this. Like, I'm suddenly doing these women's circles and all of this. So yeah, that's just kind of been on my mind. Like, I'm a spiritual gangster. I'm claiming
spiritual gangster. I love that.
Yeah. So that's been like on my mind when the two people mentioned it to me. I was like, yeah, I don't need to be in a box anymore. I can be all the things, whatever the hell I want.
Multifaceted, baby.
Yes. And I feel like when anyone can show up as everything that they are, it also just like energetically gives others permission to be exactly who they are. Because it's, and sometimes those things are cringy. Like, I'm sure there's people looking at me right now doing all this new stuff that are like, what is she doing? This is so weird. I'm like talking about manifestation and bringing the sun out. Like, I get it. It's a little...
hits their shadow of like, it really like, just makes them look at themselves as, or it makes them look as if they can't have that open of a mind. Yeah. They can't have dreams like that because it's a mirror to themselves. And if only they were conscious enough to notice it.
Yeah, most people aren't, because it's like, if something about me is making you cringe or making you feel any type of way, then that's reflecting back to you something that you need to work on. And same for me, like, whatever, if I look at somebody and it makes me, I think it goes always, like, we're all mirrors for each other. But yeah, you don't need to fit in a box. You can be all that you wish to be.
This is like a good balance of like her masculine and feminine. That's what I see.
Exactly.
A good balance of that. And also it's you playing with free will. I think that's another thing that we forget that we have. Like you could literally get up any day that you want, get up and just drive out to, you know, a hike. You don't have to go to work. You don't have to go wherever. You can just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
We forget about that.
Very true.
Free
we
will.
have free will as humans.
Dream big, baby. No, genuinely, if we didn't have dreams that were bigger than us, then like what we would stay stagnant forever.
Yeah.
And whatever stays stagnant dies.
Yes. You get stuck in a loop.
But
In a loop over and over and the
Yeah.
same day over and over forever and ever.
I'd go crazy.
Oh my God, I can't.
That's why I like working at like the 4 different gyms.
Yeah.
It's so nice. It's just variety everywhere.
Yeah.
It's very
And
nice.
I like, you know, most people are like my schedule's always all over the place. I don't have like a set schedule, but I like that.
Yeah.
I like that, like, yeah, some days I'm working out super early in the morning, then training people, then going to the beach, and sometimes it's just different. And I like the variety.
I just realized we're
couldn't-
doing that right now.
Yeah.
I'm doing that right now.
Yeah, literally. It's a
so cool.
Monday.
Yeah, it's
We both
Monday.
worked in the morning.
Yeah.
We showed up to work not dressed like this, but with the whole makeup, the hair, everybody's like,
Everyone
what is
was
going
taking
on?
double takes. They were like, "What are you guys doing?" Someone
Yeah.
said, "Oh, you just felt like it." I was like, what the
Yes.
fuck? You think I'm
Free
getting
will.
ready
Yeah.
just to feel like it?
Yeah.
This takes a long time.
It's a lot of effort.
Energy, yeah.
Yeah, but it's a Monday and we worked a little. Now we're recording a podcast. Maybe we'll go eat and then I'll go back to work. And it's just, we get to do that.
We are very blessed.
We are. We truly
love it.
are. But we also chose this life. We
Yeah.
had the courage to choose this life. Like we all could have been stuck in a 9 to 5 that we hated, but we chose not to be. And I think even that, like people can look at this and be like, what does she even do? Or like, you know, stuff like that, just because it's reflecting to them. Like they're in a job they hate and they can't leave.
There's that
And-
mirror.
Yeah. So it's just, it's always like, if you're annoyed or irritated by something somebody else is doing that has nothing to do with you, what are they reflecting to you?
Go to.
Because it's something.
But serious question, do you guys get hate on your social media or do people feel inspired by you?
Oh, I've definitely had so many people be inspired, but I've also seen like like 50 followers or something at first just disappeared, which honestly the trash is taking itself out. If you pray not my downfall, if you don't
Yeah.
support the
Yeah.
many different phases of my life that I
Yeah.
will go through, and this is just the beginning. So
love
then
that.
get the hell out.
Yeah. I don't get like hate, but I'll get the people that are like making fun.
Oh,
you know?
minimizing it.
And
yeah.
it literally like I'll laugh with them. I'll like play along. They'll make fun of me manifesting something. I'll be like, watch me. Like I'll start saying some random, I don't even want to say it here, but like I'll start saying random things. I'll play and it literally doesn't affect me when people do that. But yeah, so not so much hate, but yeah, people minimizing it, people making fun of it because it's something new.
Yeah.
And
Everyone has a podcast. Well,
Yeah.
we're not everyone.
no.
We're
They've
fairies.
said that to you guys?
In like
I just want to be a
different
fairy.
in different words.
Oh,
But I don't know. None of it really bothers me.
yeah.
Yeah,
I play along with everything.
It's part of the process. It's gonna make other people feel weird or uncomfortable. It's not my problem, but
They wish they had the balls to
Exactly.
do it. That's what it is. Like anyone that's making fun of it, they had something in their life that they wanted to do that they didn't have the courage to
Yeah,
do.
they keep
And then
sleeping
they
on it.
see us doing it, and it's reflecting to them the courage that they didn't have.
Because they say that successful people don't ever
No.
put anyone else down, ever.
Exactly.
People who have their stuff together, who are accomplishing things, they look at other people doing it and they stay focused on what they're doing. They have nothing to say. And a lot
they'll
of
root
it, of
for them.
course, is projection. Of course, we
Yeah.
know that already.
Exactly.
and everyone has to start somewhere.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
Everyone has to start somewhere. So if I'm gonna sit in my room and be scared of what people are gonna think of me, then I'm just gonna
Yeah.
fail over
Yeah.
and over again because I'm failing myself. So
Yeah.
we out
Yeah.
here. We in this thing.
Yep. And I have done that in the past. It's just, it's taken so much work and knowing who I am and becoming this version of me to get to a place where I'm like, why am I going to be scared or worried about someone else's judgment about what I'm doing? Like, they're not paying my bills. They're not doing anything for me. Like, why am I going to not live my fullest expression, be exactly who I am just because I'm scared of some person on the internet?
Someone from high school.
Yeah, literally. Like, they don't matter.
Yeah.
I'll probably never speak to them again. So it's just, but it's taken work, and I think it does. It takes time, and it takes so much courage to get to a level where you're like, all those voices, all those fears, they still exist. They're still there. Like, I still have those moments where I'm like, ugh,
Yeah,
I don't know if I can, if I want to post this or whatever. And then I'm like, I'm just going to do it.
If you guys hear that, I think
They
it's the
don't.
peacocks.
They don't. But where we, our studio, it's some sort of magical land. There's peacocks everywhere. And they be making some noise, but the mics don't
spring.
catch it.
They're mating.
They always do it, even in the winter.
They keep fluffing their feathers to the male ones. And Aroosha got really close to one, and it
did.
almost jumped towards her.
It was okay. Everything was fine.
So we talked about the men. What did we talk about?
We talked about
That you being a man hitter, apparently.
Yeah, and the ones that are down low. But what about the men that aren't? What I'm throughout all my research, according to my studies,
and according
studies.
to TikTok.
According to TikTok University.
TikTok University, freshly graduated.
Wow, congrats.
So the word simp. When you think of simp, society has made us feel as if men who honor and cherish and respect their women and treat her like a queen are simps. Simpletons. I don't know if that even has a connection. But I see now that these simps are actually the men who really do appreciate women. And those are the men with the emotional intelligence, the ones who have respect, the ones who cherish, the ones who love. And yeah, I just thought that it would be important to differentiate that there are men out there who do like women for not just their bodies, but also for their souls and their feminine essence. And,
Yes, there are.
God willing, we all find one.
Inshallah.
But I feel like that in order for them to approach you from that point, they have to have permission. Because some of them will come at you and try to catch you by being a simp at first. And you still haven't opened yourself to them. And they're simping for you. I think those are the ones that are kind of like, you have to find a way to ask first. How do you do that? How do you ask for permission before you simp over a woman?
Yeah, because if they do it to everybody, then it's not cute.
No, it's not cute. They gotta be a man. They gotta be picky. They gotta, they have to be strong. They have to be smart. And they have to be aware of what they like and what they don't like. Like I said, they have to be choosy.
Yes.
They have to, they can't just choose
standards.
everyone. Yeah, high
Can't
standards.
be a simp over everybody.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things I told my son, and I give him advice is you have to imagine when you're approaching a woman, okay, and I'm using an analogy, this isn't literal, but when you're approaching a woman, you have to have a plan. And if your plan that you're using doesn't work, it's not her fault. You have to use your intelligence and your discernment to go back to the drawing board and find another way to woo her. And I feel like a lot of times they try to utilize the plan as being the simp. And then when that doesn't work and they get upset at you and they let you know, but I'm simping for you, then that's when guys kind of like make fun of each other for being the simp. Not knowing that it's not that being the simp was the problem. It's just that plan didn't work. So you're going to have to do something else. Try something else. Maybe you should do what you just said a little while ago first, which is use that. What did you say? You said use your intelligence, like to make a decision. Be picky, right? That's what you said. They should try that instead, for example. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, they do. They have to be strategic with women and
Yes.
obviously be authentic too. But I feel like a smart man is going to know how to
Hold your neck.
That too. How to assimilate a plan and create. For some reason, I'm blanking on the word on how to.
It's okay. Words are hard. Words are hard.
Strategy?
No, like doing the plan. Follow the
Action,
follow the
taking
plan.
action. Oh.
He's taking
Follow
action.
the plan.
Following the plan.
Yes.
Damn it.
Yes.
Sometimes I get nervous and I go blink.
It's okay.
But yeah, I think a level of maturity for sure.
But definitely, I think anytime that I've ever experienced someone that I love simping for me, it just takes the relationship to another level.
Yeah. Like once that bond is formed, or like once you've been given permission, like, yes, I will go out with you or whatever, then like to show the girl that you like her. Like you don't need to be nonchalant. It's not cute.
God.
Ugh.
You
Nobody
gotta
likes
court
nonchalant.
her. You gotta make her feel like a princess.
Yeah.
Open every door.
There's a
Like,
clip
all
on
of
the
it.
internet where Penelope Cruz, I think it's her husband, it might be Penelope Cruz if not. There's a clip where her husband, they ask him like, how does it feel to work with your wife? Like that must be so horrible. And like the look on his face is like, why would you even ask such a stupid question?
Yeah.
Like that's public.
Yeah.
That's public. Like he didn't fall into the trap of I hate my wife. You know, that narrative. He stayed true and authentic to the way he feels about her publicly.
Because the media will definitely switch things up and try to get you to, talk badly and just make a whole case out of nothing. But a man who respects and honors his woman when she's not around. Oh. I don't know why a gorilla just came to mind. But anyways, it's very, very important in a relationship that.
Yes. Okay, so we had a little segment we wanted to do, which we discussed in the last episode, where we would like our lovely Iris to just shoot questions at us. We haven't discussed this, none of that. We don't know what the questions are, and she's going to ask us, and we're on the spot. So make it, it can be anything. It can be deep, it can be funny, it can be about literally anything. So.
Okay.
Whatever comes to mind.
So
Ask Aria first.
Aria, what is something that you've learned about yourself through podcasting?
Besides the fact that I love to hear myself speak. Just kidding.
I think you already knew that.
I think that my ability to communicate effectively has changed. The way my verbiage. I definitely cuss less.
I cuss less too. I've noticed that about myself. I think just hearing it on camera, I was like, oh my God, why is there a cuss word after every letter?
Yeah.
So I definitely cuss less.
Absolutely.
Not zero, but less.
Yeah, no.
Aria's dad told us it was classless of us to
He
be
said it's
cussing
cheap.
that way. Oh, yeah.
He commented on our video and he said, stop cussing. It
It's
makes you look cheap. Sorry,
Thanks, Dad.
I don't think he even listens.
I think he just watches our reels like all the other men.
Yeah, that is so real.
All they do is watch our reels and then they're like, oh, it's
How's the
surprising that you're so soft-spoken or well-spoken. I'm like, why is it a surprise?
Yeah. Maybe if you got to know me.
Yeah, if you didn't just look at the beautiful outside.
Can we blame him?
I don't blame them, but like, come on, there's a brain in here that's
Yeah.
probably bigger than yours. So shut up.
People are very shocked. Your client came up to you and he was like,
Who?
I didn't know Aria was so deep.
Oh, yeah. And I've had just like people at the gym and stuff like, wow, I didn't expect it to actually be good. Stuff like that. Like, literally, I'm not kidding.
Okay, so if the universe had a customer service line,
Where's this going? Okay. Yes.
if the service had a customer service line and you were able to call anytime, what would be your first complaint?
Oh, first complaint. Oh my God. I don't like to complain. Just kidding.
Okay, what would be your first request? If the universe had a customer
Yeah.
service line and you could call anytime, what would be your first request?
Oh my God, I have so many requests.
I know there's way too many.
And it really depends on the day, too.
Yeah.
I feel like I do that though. I ring that line. I asked for the
hear it.
sunshine yesterday. But what would I ask for? I guess a very clear path to my purpose. And it's like it's there, right? And I know that I'm taking the baby steps. But yeah, there's a part of me that's just like, I just want to jump. I just want to like jump to the part where like I have all the things that I want and I'm helping all the people that I want and like the podcast is where I want it to be and the business is where I want it to be. So I wish I could just ring the universe up and like, hey, I'm ready. Like
They know you're ready.
I know.
They-
and it's coming and
Yeah.
of course like life it's different. But to answer the question, I would just ring it up and
I hate that I'm gonna say this because I sound like all of the freaking posts, but we gotta learn to enjoy the journey.
yeah. No, I know.
I thought she was going to say world peace.
No, which is the hardest part.
No, and I do though. I
Yeah,
do
yeah.
enjoy the journey, but I think as a human, it's totally normal to like
Heck yeah.
also wish like because I've seen it in my mind and I know that all this stuff is gonna happen. So yes, there's a part of me that I'm like I'm just so ready to be there, but of course the journey is the most beautiful part of it. So I'm still grateful and I'm always grateful. Like I am enjoying it because I'm building all these things that are gonna come to fruition, and then I'll be able to look back and like be so grateful and be like, wow, like I did that, as opposed to like if it just happened, then I wouldn't have as much appreciation for it. So
Yeah.
I get that, but you know, for funsies,
Funsies.
that's what I'll say.
That's a great answer, though.
I know that's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Iris, let's ask you.
I know. I
What
feel
would
like
what would you ring?
yeah.
My first request would be to make it so easy for me to see what I'm not doing correctly to get to where I want to be and what I am doing correctly so that I can stop doing the things I'm not supposed to do. Because when I express things that I want to manifest, I'll have one group of friends say, well, are you doing this? No? Okay, then that's why it's not happening. Then someone else will say, but you're doing everything. It's coming. Don't worry. And it's like, I guess it's kind of like
Yeah.
the same answer as yours.
Yeah.
But for me, it's more, what am I doing wrong?
No, I like that.
Where
I like
am
your
I-
answer better actually than mine. I take mine
Like,
back.
I want the obstacles to be removed and for
Yeah.
me to not, because I feel like sometimes you're going down the road of like trying to get to the manifestation and you think you're taking all the right steps and then you're not getting to it. So you're like, what is it? I'm blind to it. I don't see it.
But even that's the
yeah.
journey, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
all of it, it goes back to
Like
that.
you
is
said,
like,
enjoy the journey.
because the obstacles are part of the journey
Yes.
too.
Exactly. And you'll know if you're not doing the right thing because your intuition will speak to you and your body will just instantly tell you to.
Yeah.
And that's the universe telling you to. But yeah, it's definitely, patience.
Yes.
Yeah, I like
Okay.
that.
I'm ready.
I know. You got more questions for us? Okay.
Yeah. For you, I would like to know what are the top 5 qualities that you look for in a man in a long-term committed relationship?
Guys ask me this question like guy friends because I'm always so playful and fun. Then I'll give them my real answers and they're like, oh, that's cool. That's deep. I would obviously emotionally intelligent, compassionate, successful, generous, healthy, warm.
That's 6.
Nice. 6 is a good number.
Yeah.
That's 6.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
shit.
good. That's good.
I got more.
Yeah. I mean, the
Yeah.
list should be
Yeah.
Yeah.
should be busy and
List
full.
is long.
Yeah. What are your 5?
My 5. Ooh. Okay. What was the question? Long-term partner.
In a long-term committed exclusive
Like
partner,
top
what are your
5?
top 5?
Good heart, like pure heart. I can see someone's heart like before I ever even speak to them. I was gonna say kind, but I think that falls under the pure heart. Ambitious. I do not like a lazy man.
No.
Oh my God, it's like such a, like, we can take that back to an ick. Like, I cannot stand lazy men. Like, get up, move, do things. So, ambitious. Good looking. I'm going to put that in there
I
because
forgot about that.
I cannot act like I don't like the looks. And it just needs to be good looking to me, which is mostly good looking to everybody. But
Objectively hot.
yes, that's my type. A lot of my things fall under the pure heart because I was going to say compassionate, all that, but it all falls under the pure heart. So I got to come up with other things. I do have my whole list.
What's their love language that matches yours?
I just feel like, honestly, love languages, like all 5 are like important. They're all important. I want all of them. I don't want like, there's not one of them that I'm like, I could do without it. I actually want all of them.
I just
what's your
said that to
favorites?
someone. I just said that to someone on
Yeah.
Saturday, or I don't know, sometime
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me that.
Yeah.
What's your love language? And I said all of them.
All of
them
They
across
just
the board.
are. Like, I mean, I guess like quality time probably over anything. I need the quality time and like connection with someone. So yeah, time. I guess I'll put that in there. Okay.
What else?
She did 6, so I'll do 4.
Okay. Makes sense.
I have a whole list literally on my phone, but
Yeah.
As you should.
yeah,
It's
no,
good
I
for
do.
manifestation.
Yep. Go on a date. I'm like, nope, never mind. Sorry, gotta go. Just kidding. I don't do that, but
You can't settle. You
yeah.
really
What are
can't.
yours?
Mine, for sure, I have to be attracted to them. Same thing. That is very important to me. And what's interesting is that sometimes I will meet someone and I'm not immediately attracted to them. But if I like them, I'll start to build, like the attraction will start to build. I don't know why that happens, but we have to shut up.
Yeah. I think that's normal because it's like there's more than just looks to a person.
Yeah.
So like unless they're just like completely 100% unattractive to you, that I think is hard to come out of. But like if they're like they're okay, and then their personality's great and your conversations are great and you have like good back and forth, then I think the person starts to become more attractive.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's kind of like dating apps where you want to see that person's mannerisms. Like, you don't know if you're attracted to them. Like, okay, he's cute in pictures, but then in person, you know, you become more attracted because of the way that they speak or their voice or the way they, you know, show affection and whatever.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Takes a moment.
What else?
What?
I'm just laughing because she's like, what else?
Yeah.
Let's see. I really like good hygiene.
Important.
Good,
Very
clean
important.
mouth.
Clean.
Shave the neck.
Yeah.
I don't like men who don't have too much hair on their body. You know, like they have to have a little, like
Oh, no.
a little chest hair.
I
Like
don't
not
like
a
it.
lot of nothing curly, just like very, very.
I'm
little.
okay with a completely clean shave. Clean, clean, clean. I mean, I don't mind a little.
It's like on the verge of a clean shave is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I'm saying like if it's completely clean, I'm totally
yeah,
happy with that.
Absolutely.
Because some girls are not. Some girls are just like, they really like the hair. I am not a fan.
So yeah,
Nasty.
good hygiene.
Yeah. Okay.
I really like men who care about their health so much that they eat healthy and they care. They really care, and they know about products that have clean ingredients and are really good for your body. And they don't even think about, oh, let's just go grab, whatever. Let's go grab fried food and just pig out. And come on, live a little. That is a huge ick for me when they don't have that sense of wanting to take care of their health. And under that same category, I really do like men who take care of their body, meaning they just want to make sure they're healthy overall, mind, body, and soul.
who are disciplined.
Emotional maturity, make that my 5th.
Yes.
Yeah.
Discipline.
Disciplined in all areas of their lives, and sexually disciplined too.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
That
one.
is so attractive when a man just doesn't. Someone can be attracted to him, but attractive to him, but he's still like, who are you? Like, you know, I'm
like
not
he's not
turned
gonna
on
just
by
go
you.
sleep with anybody. Yeah.
Well, I mean, even if he's turned on, I'm okay with that as long as he understands the benefit of keeping that promise and that exclusivity that they signed up for.
Even if they're single, though.
No, yeah, I just mean like if they're
yeah.
single and they're not like going around giving it into like anybody that's attractive to them, or if a girl's into them. Like if they're selective, which we
Yeah.
kind of touched on that, but like, yeah, don't be a hoe. That's all I'm saying.
Leave that for the girls. I'm just kidding. I'm not sexist, I swear.
No, that's not what this episode has given so far at all.
Okay, and then my last one is when they do what they say they're going to do.
Hell yeah.
That is a huge one for me. When they do what they say they're going to do. I love that. Oh, and my last one, sorry, one more. I really like a man who has some sort of skill. Like
Yeah.
something. Either it's something that they just were born with. They like to do something like maybe construction or fix cars or something like that. But then, or something they learned.
I love that. I told him, go to find a vocation. What is that? Or
Vocation.
Find a trade. Find a trade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I like those.
Thank you, Iris.
Yes.
Round of applause.
Yes. Should men hit
Nope.
on you?
Sorry. Should men? Nope.
Should men hit on
Men
you?
shouldn't.
Should they?
Should men hit on you? I think if
When
they're
you're out and about doing your own thing, and when I say hit on you, I mean should they come and approach you and talk to you and just say hi and give you a compliment or try to get your contact information? And what are the qualifications for them to come and talk to you? What makes it okay for you?
I think if they're given like a reason, like if they're given eye contact or they're given a smile, or just an eye contact or smile is enough, then yes, make the move, because I will never.
Yeah.
I will die before I ever approach a man first.
Yeah, I'm not going to approach him first unless it's, I've
Me-
seen him a million times
Yeah.
and like it's just eating me up inside.
I still
At that
wouldn't.
point, usually they do approach, but there's been one
There's
or
been
two
some
times
times.
where they don't approach anyone
Yeah. Yeah.
for several years. Anyways.
Yeah.
But
So I think, they should, when given a smile or some eye contact or something, like a reason to. But some, I'm sorry to say it, mid guy,
mid as hell.
knowing that you're not just me, just like a girl, if she's way out of your league, there's leagues. I'm sorry, but there are.
There are. Chill.
When they have the audacity to approach you and like, when can I take you to lunch or dinner or whatever? I'm like,
It's almost
no
offensive.
comprehend. It is.
It's offensive.
I'm like, this one time, dude, this guy, you know who I'm talking about. I don't know, probably like 60 something, has the worst blonde guy from the gym. Old blonde guy. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, exactly.
I can't stand him. I stopped making any type of eye contact.
Oh my God, it's like an old guy. He's just always has this smirk face.
His
He
name
hits
is ugly too.
Hits on every single like young girls, like girls that are like 18, like barely legal. And he asked me out for like, I don't know, Sunday brunch, and I was like, no. And he's like, why not? I was like, because I don't want to. And he's like, why not? I'm a single man, you're a single girl. And I was like, I'm not interested. And then ever since, I was so cold to him. Like, how dare you? It's rude and it's offensive.
It's not even like he drives a nice car. Like it's not
Like,
even
it's
like he's
not.
got anything to bring to the table. It's all he's bringing to the table is delusion.
It's crazy. But yeah, like there's definitely in those cases where a girl is literally making a face looking at you or like rolling her eyes, please do not approach.
Yeah.
Get the fucking hint.
Nasty.
That's all I have to say. What do you think about it?
Well, I think it's okay for them to say hi and approach, but yeah, I don't think they should ask if you're giving off signals that you're not interested. I think once you give off the signals you're not interested,
Yeah.
they should stop. Because it's like
And it's
borderline
like-
harassment.
It's like, and it's different. Like this morning, this guy, he knows I'm like way out of his league. I sound so full of myself, but he's also tried in the past. But he's just like, oh, your hair looks really great. Thank you. I can say thank you. I can appreciate the compliment. Let's move on. You don't turn the compliment then into like dinner. You can't even afford dinner. Shut up.
Okay, one more question. I
Okay.
want to know, for the younger men, I'm talking like the guys who are like 19, 20, 21 years old. If they want to know when they're at the gym and not approaching you and you, but when they want to approach a woman, what do you advise them to do? How should they do it so that they can be respectful? And what should they say? How can they move? Like, what's the advice for someone who's just starting out in like approaching women? How would you guide them through it? Let's say it was like a little brother or a little cousin or something. Peter Pan.
Body language.
Body language.
I would
learn body language.
Learn body language. See the vibes. Everyone can feel the vibe of attraction in a gym. Like, not everyone, but like if you feel the attraction, and just make sure it's not one-sided.
Yeah. Like if the girl, like we said, is giving you eye contact, a little smile or something, then, and don't, like, the first thing you say shouldn't be like a compliment about her body. And one more thing, I hate when men, like, the first thing they want to approach you with is to correct your form or like to show you how to do something. Pick something else. I know you're interested in me. Don't come over here and show me how to do a lat pull down. I've probably been doing it longer than you. Now I'm mad and I'm hungry.
It's just disgusting.
So don't do that, boys. You don't have to approach a woman with, like, trying to mansplain. Is that the word? Things? Like, you can just say, hey, I see you here all the time. My name is XYZ. Nice to meet you. And then keep it moving. That is so attractive when you just keep it moving. You keep it short and you keep it moving. And then you see them.
More.
Yeah, and then you see them next time, just say hello. And like let it build up.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like people are so eager. Like, in the first, you want to compliment her, you want to show her how to do something, and then you want to ask her out. And it's like, just leave a little. We love a build up. They should pay me for this.
They will one day, Aroosha.
What's your advice? Do you have any?
Oh.
Other than all the wisdom I just shared.
Well, like I said, body language, everything you just said, and feeling the vibes, as well as just eye contact, I guess. Yeah, like I said, that's all I've got.
How about you, Iris? You have a son that you're probably teaching these things to.
I'm trying to teach him. Yeah, he doesn't seem to be in that, like that court. He doesn't seem to be interested in that direction where he wants to approach women in a public setting. He's more, in school right now.
he's
So
13,
yeah,
isn't he?
yeah, he's
Wow,
he's
he's
16, but
I'm dyslexic.
But the reason why I came up with this question is because I've gone live on TikTok before, and then I have like little young guys on there asking me, how do I approach women at the
I've
gym?
had that too.
Yeah.
I've had that too.
so cute.
I know.
Yeah.
I have a guy who still messages me. I used to go live all the time, so he'll still, I miss your lives, because all I did was give this kid advice,
Yes.
and then he would
really
report
cute.
back the next day how it went
Yes.
and all that.
It's
I
really
know.
sweet.
I was his hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs to get back out there.
I know.
Ooh, so what's your advice for girls, like especially young girls, and when they're at the gym and they see someone cute? Because what's the first thing that comes to mind when you see a cute guy? The first thing you think is he's so cute, and then you probably wonder, will he like me back? And then you wonder, does he have a girlfriend or is he married?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So-
I will never approach a man. I just don't see it for myself. I will And I'm also like, I hate even saying this because I'm reaffirming it, but I am shy and I'm working on not, but there's this part of me, especially when I have a crush on someone or if I think someone's attractive, I get extra shy. So instead of giving eye contact, I steal it. I look on the ground. So that's something I'm working on. But eventually, if I've seen them enough, like I'll make eye contact and I'll smile. But I think it's a man's job to do the chasing, to do the approaching. Like, I'm not doing it. I am never going to go up to a man and say anything.
Amen.
No. So, personally, I just wouldn't. I would do the girly thing. I would smile. I would give the eye contact the most if, like, you really, really want to, or if I really, really wanted to, I would maybe like, hey, are you using this? Just to, like, kind of open up my headphones are off and, like, open up the space for them to have more of a conversation, and then if they don't, then they don't. Then it's their loss. But that's the most I would do. How about you? Because we're all different.
Really depends on, are we only in the gym?
No.
Or anywhere.
Anywhere.
If it's like a party or something, I'll be like, it's, and I don't know him, we're all doing drinks or like just talking and stuff. I'll be like, what's your name? Or unless he does it to me first or something, like, I'll just be friendly. But like in gym, no.
Yeah, I feel like it's different because, I mean, I haven't been to a party in so long. You said that and I was like...
I miss parties.
I don't.
Parties.
But I don't miss it. But I think in that situation where everybody's being social and there's no headphones and stuff involved, I think I could, like, at the very least, like, hi, I'm Aroosha, or whatever, nice to meet you, and then, like, let them lead. But regardless, I think they should lead. I do not think they should expect the woman to lead.
But yeah. Lately, it's like a lot of the men in the gym that are attractive
are married.
Like they all have a ring, and I'm like, damn, what happened? The minute I turned 30, all the attractive men at the gym have are married, and I'm like, well, that's my cue to stay the fuck over here.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's just interesting. But yeah, we gotta keep an eye out.
Yeah.
I would be like, if I were somewhere and I wanted to get someone's attention, like you're saying eye contact, I would just be like, are you looking at my cleavage?
Oh my God, I could never.
They're like, no.
No, I'd be like, why not?
You wouldn't do that.
Do you want to?
I feel like you wouldn't actually do that.
I've done it.
That's the Gemini.
Oh, I love that. That's so funny.
It's really funny to do.
Oh my
But
God.
we went to a little like networking event a few days ago, and there was this really cool guy who was talking to us, and he told us, me and my girlfriend, he told us that he's like, you two are just two beautiful women.
Yeah.
You could literally talk to anyone about anything, and it doesn't have to be flirting. You don't have to flirt. You can just talk about anything. And that is an open, that invites people to talk to you, even someone you're attracted to. You don't have to make it flirty. You can just be like, hey, I like your shoes.
But then a lot of people will be like, oh, she's flirting. But sorry, I'm hot and I'm talking.
No, but I'm saying
it's so ridiculous.
I'm
You're
saying
too
in the
hot to
case,
speak. We've discussed this.
in the case that you are attracted to someone.
Yeah.
In the case you are attracted to someone and you do want to say something, it doesn't have to be flirty.
Yeah.
Oh,
it doesn't. But I think it's just because in my head, I know that I find them attractive, that I like overthink it. Whereas like someone that's not attractive to me, I could spark up a conversation so easy.
Yeah.
Like no problem because like my brain's not going places. So
It's the angst.
yeah. But like when someone's attractive, oof, my current gym crush, I cannot make eye contact. I must look away. It's okay. My crushes last about like 7 days. Then I've moved on.
Okay, let's one more question. Well, not one more. I actually had. Now I'm getting all these questions in my head.
Oh man.
So, how do you get over someone?
Get under
Like-
someone. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding you guys.
Oh my God,
Like,
that is
honest to God,
so
that's the worst idea in the possible
It's such a
world.
process.
I tried that. I went into the bathroom instantly and cried
Oh,
for hours. And he was like, are you good? I was like, go to bed.
Damn.
I just need a moment.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. but
Heal, take time for yourself.
Yeah.
Like, it's so hard, but take time for yourself. Be alone. Learn to love your own company.
yeah, that pain needs to be sat with and felt and dealt with.
Exactly. And it's scary and it's lonely. But the thing is, like, I feel like I've said these things, but
Yeah.
like, once you sit with it and you feel it, there is going to be a version of you that comes out of it that's so much stronger and happier and just this whole other beautiful being that like you were missing out on.
It's
But
like
you have to feel it.
Yeah.
You have to feel the pain.
Amen. It's like a cocoon. You're in a cocoon of healing, and then you turn into a butterfly.
Yes.
Every breakup.
It's so beautiful. Like heartbreak is, or any type of pain, grief, whatever, any pain. There's so much beauty in it. You just have to be willing to face it, even though it hurts like hell.
Yeah.
But once you face it,
We were just talking about this before, and I was saying how it's almost like literally looking through a scope, and you have that person who broke your heart or who was collaborating in the heartbreak, and they're right in the center, and you have the scope on it, and then you just decenter them, and you shift it to people who love you. So,
Yeah.
like for me in the past, it's always been like my son or my family or my girlfriends or myself, just focusing on things that I want to improve about myself and keeping it there in that center.
yes, I love that. I've
so
learned that's
smart.
like something I really learned from Iris and implemented in my life. It's like decenter men. They don't need to be like, unless it's like my future husband, maybe that ends up being a little bit different. But they don't need to be the center of your life. Like my weekends are booked and busy with my girlfriends. I don't need to be like waiting around for a guy to ask me out or like nothing. I'm actually busy. Maybe Tuesday night if I'm free. I'll let you know. But like, decenter them. They don't need to be the center of your world. You be the center of your world. Your girlfriends, your passions, your life, your body, like all the things that make you you, that be the center of your life. And then the men can still be here. They can be here. They just don't need to be right in the middle of your life.
Then you attract them more because that energy of you just putting in that self-love and all
Yeah.
of that time on yourself and being like, I don't even care about you guys.
Yeah.
It just brings them like so much. They're magnetized to it.
Because they know that you don't like need them. You can want them. You just shouldn't need them.
Yeah.
Every time I start talking to someone new, they always question, where do I even fit in your life? You seem to be so busy and already have so many things that fulfill you.
yeah.
It's a question that comes up almost immediately. There's always that little bit of insecurity of,
Yeah.
Good.
do you even have time for
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
I
Because
like
then it like also shows them, if you make time for them, that like, hey,
You matter.
I'm giving you, some level of priority. Be so freaking grateful. Say a prayer every day.
Ooh, I have no. Oh my goodness. So yesterday when we were walking,
Yeah.
we were talking about how there are things about you that make you the whole package.
Yes.
And I'm sure we all have our things. Like, what are your qualities that make you the whole package?
Oh my God, I'm going to just sound like such a full of myself bitch.
But I'm asking.
Yeah.
I want to know.
mean-
Blame it on me.
Do you want to go first? You can go first.
I think I am the full package because I am doing the inner work, and I will have a partner that is also doing the inner work and wants to grow together. I am compassionate, and I am very loving and sweet, and I can really be a good partner when it comes to like my femininity and making my man feel like he is, on top of the world. And I think that's
Men want to feel that.
yeah.
Yeah. I like that. Okay, everybody ready? We're going to be here for another 40 minutes now. I think I'm very smart. I really think my brain, it just operates in a smart way. I think, like, I have my shit together. I don't need a man to come and take care of me, although if a man's gonna come in, they should be able to take care of me. But, like, I bring that to the table of, like, I take care of me fully. Like, I don't need you to do it. And I think it just puts a different, like, I have it together. I got me. But if you're going to come into my life, then yes, you are going to have to, like, bring something to the table. So that, like you said, what did you say? You said one thing that I was like, oh, yeah, I have that too.
You're working on yourself consistently?
Yes, I'm constantly working on myself. Like, the things that I'm not so good at, the inner work, my shadows, all of that stuff, things that I'm triggered with. Like, I face those things so that I can not only show up as the best me for me, but whoever I'm going to be with and just the people around me in general. So that work continues to happen. I don't just give up on myself. And I would like to add that, you know, I'm pretty nice to look at.
Yes, yes.
And then, yeah, I think I have a beautiful heart. I really do believe that about myself. Like, I always come from a place of love. My intentions, you know, I might mess up. I might have my human moments, but my intentions are always so pure with every single person in my life and strangers. So, and yeah, I think that's a quality that's not always very common, especially where we live and this day and age. Like, people are very selfish. And I think I give a lot. So we'll shorten the list right
Agree.
there. Thank you.
100%.
What about you? We can end with you.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Well, I definitely have to say that the person would have to, first of all, have certain qualities in order for me to be the full package for them. I don't think I'm for everyone. I feel like the guy would have to come in his full masculine, ready to communicate, ready with emotional intelligence, ready with the like the commitment to not avoid. And whoever is in that place, I feel like is a good match for me.
Yeah.
Because they're confident knowing that I'm not going to cheat on them, that I'm committed, that I have all of these qualities that I bring that's going to match with them. If they lack confidence, that's where there's going to be a problem. For me in the past, it's been a problem. When they express concern for how I dress, how I carry myself, all of the things that I do, there's always conflict. So my full package matches a person who has those qualities, which is I'm very loyal. I, just like both of you, I work on myself when there's a problem. I like to communicate and solve it by talking instead of giving each other a silent treatment. I don't like that. I don't like avoiding things. I like to, hey, let's talk in person, let's solve it. And I also don't really get fazed by the conflict. I feel like conflict is part of a relationship. For me, I'm always optimistic, idealistic, and I love to solve the problem together, bring our brains together and come up with solutions for whatever conflicts we're having. That's my whole package.
There's so much more too. You really are the whole package.
Yeah, like
I'm just like, I would marry Iris.
I know you've said that so many times.
I've said it so many times, literally.
Whoever ends up with you is gonna be.
Oh my God, one lucky
Yeah, and he's gonna. I can tell he's gonna be such a great partner.
He will. He will.
Because you do love hard and
because you won't
right.
settle too. Like you've reached a point where I know you won't settle.
I'm proud of you.
Oh, thank you. I have settled a few times and I go, oh, this guy doesn't really have everything I need, but I'll try to make it work. And then they're the ones who are the worst at the end. They are the most damaged.
Yeah. Can't fix somebody.
No more settling, y'all.
Nope.
No more settling.
Nope. No settling.
That's
and
what's
on that
gotten
note,
me to this anger.
Anyway,
we out.
We love men, by the way.
We do. A little too much.
Oh, man. Anyway, shall we wrap up here?
Yes, let's wrap it up.
I am so hungry.
So hungry.
Well, thank you everybody for watching. and being here with the
Thanks
three of us.
so much.
And we will catch you next time.
Yes.
Adios. Toodles.
You can find us on Instagram,
Oh,
Giggles
yeah.
and Growth Podcast, at Aria Health and Wellness.
You put a dot in there recently.
I did put a dot.
Iris.
Didn't run that
E-Coach.
by you. I didn't run that by you.
It's fine. I just mean like tell them so they can find the right
there's a
one.
dot.
They'll find you.
Where? Where's the dot?
She put it somewhere in the Aria dot health wellness or
Yeah.
something. So
Okay.
anyway, Instagram
It's Iris E Coach _.
and
I just always clap for her.
Oh, I'm like it's not over yet. I'm Aroosha Fit, which by the way, I'm so ready to change my name. So if somebody would like to give me some, I don't want to be in that fit box anymore. Take me out of there. I just don't know what to name it. So anyway, Aroosha Fit for now. Thank you so much for being here. And we will catch you guys next time.
Toodles.
Bye-bye.
Giggles
Okay.
and Growth.